What is up guys, this is Vishu from SavageCamp, and in today's video we are going to look at how to use Chmod with alphabets. So in the last two videos we covered what is Chmod, how to read permissions, and how to use Chmod with numbers, where we had numerical representations of read, write and execute for permissions, and you add those numbers and you give that access to the user. So for example, read is 4, write is 2 and execute is 1. So if you want to give the access for read, write and execute, you will give 7 for that particular user or group or others. In this case, there's also one more way to do this, where you use the alphabets instead of numbers. So user is represented with U, group with G and other with O. So if you want to add read permissions, you do user plus R, and to remove you do user minus R. So suppose you want to do write for group and remove the write. So here you will do G plus W and G minus W. Similarly for others, it's going to be the same way. O plus R to read and then O minus R to remove the read permissions. If you want to remove read and write, you can do O minus R W and it is going to remove it. So let us look at a real example. So we'll go with this file called Jackie. So if I do an ls minus l Jackie, I will have, what is this? Read, write, execute. So user has everything, group has everything, and then others only has read and write. So let's start with giving the execute bit to Jackie for others. So I will do chmod. So others is denoted with O. So O, and I want to give the execute permission. So I will write O plus execute is X, and then I'll put in the file name. Let's go back. And here you will see execute bit has been added. So let's remove all the permissions for others. So we will remove read, write and execute. So I will do chmod O, and I'm removing permission. So it would be minus RWX, because we are removing everything. And then the file name. Let's do an ls minus l. You will see now that RWX is gone for others. Now if I want to remove the write and execute for the group, then I will do the same thing, but here I will do remove the X, because I am removing write and read, and here I will put G. So once I do this, it is going to remove the read and write, and then I can do another one, chmod G minus X and then Jackie, and this will basically remove everything from the groups. If you want to add it back, you do chmod G plus RWX Jackie, and it is going to add all of them back. So this is how you do this. Let me clear the screen. So let's look at the directory. So I'm going to touch a file into test, test2, test3, mkdir test folder, and I'm going to run the same commands again. So if I do an ls, let's do a command called tree that will tell me whatever is inside test. So I don't have the command, so let me just show you what we have done. So inside test we have 3 files and a test folder, and inside test folder we have 3 other files. All of these are owned by Vishu and have a permission of 664. So let's clear the screen, and I will tell you how to remove all the permissions for others, because I just want it to be with the users and groups. So chmod O minus RWX, even if others only has read, I will do O minus RWX. What that would do is remove all the permissions for the test folder for others, and I can add a -r to recursively run this. And if I do an rv, it is going to run recursively on all the files and all the folders inside this test folder. So here you will see that it will give me a verbose message. V stands for verbose. So it will give me a verbose message of all the changes. And you can see the notation over here. It's RW, RW, RW and R, which is now RW and RW. There's nothing for others. And I can remove these all the permissions again for group, and you will see the whole change over here in real time. So this is how you change permissions recursively for folders and files. And remember, we only added -r and gave the folder. It went into each of these files and changed its permission, so we don't have to do it. So that is how you do it. And if you want to add them back, just do a plus, and then you will see that it is back. So it's very easy to run this commands. This is more intuitive. If you are having issues with remembering these numbers like 644, 660, but as you practice, you will get used to all these numbers. But again, that is it for this video, guys. I hope this was helpful. Remember, it's u plus rwx to give permissions, u minus rwx to take permissions away. The same goes for group, which is denoted by G, and you do rwx, and others is denoted with O, so you do O plus rwx, and to remove you use minus. So I think that is it for this video, guys. If you have any issues, please let me know, and I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video.